Hey, Grand Rising, living through your vision. Happy Wednesday, January the 15th. I hope that everyone is having a beautiful, beautiful day. I am having a beautiful day. I'm grateful, I'm thankful for being here, and it's another beautiful experience, in my opinion. I am out and about, and I said, you know what, let me go ahead and do the video because, something came to mind, and I think it's easy for me to kind of like just jump in there while it's fresh. Because I don't want to forget anything. So this is why I'm doing my video as I'm driving, because I'm just jumping in there. So I just want to talk about another, I just want to do a little bit more about in the beginning when God spoke about light. So my thing of it is that a lot of I want to do like a little backdrop in terms of how this type of subject matter feels. I know that when back in the day, like some years ago, if this conversation would have ever, if I ever was to be approached with this particular type of conversation, I would feel some type of way about it because of the beliefs and the truth of those beliefs that governs me. So it would make me feel like, whoa, like, this doesn't, But as I have grown, even with the understanding of those same beliefs, those beliefs to me has actually allowed me to really understand it, more, because I've always kind of somewhat been, leery about what I was told, but at the same rate, I believed it because it was the majority. The majority was actually coming out saying the same thing. So in essence, that gave it validity and made it a truth for me. I accepted that value of it being the truth. So if somebody were to come to me maybe a year or two ago with this same type of conversation, I would still be open-minded to listen, but I will say that I probably would feel reserved, because I could remember some times that I had people to come and say certain things, and it just made me like, woo, cringe. But now that I'm delving deeper into a sense of understanding, it has, all I can say is that I did have to have an open mind. And the only reason why my mind was open, because I think that there was a part of me within me that knew at a soul level that what was being said wasn't necessarily the truth. I've always kind of felt that way. So it kind of made it a little bit more easier for me to be a little bit more receptive to certain things. So I just wanted to acknowledge those that may like first hear this information, and it may make you feel like, oh my God, what is wrong with Patrice? Has Patrice lost her mind? Is she, what's going on? I get that. I totally get it. And all I can say is it's either going to be for you or it's not going to be for you. That's all I can say. There's, and the beauty about it is that it's okay, because like I said in each of my previous videos, is that I understand that whomever this information is for, that's who it's going to be for. It's not, it's not going to resonate right now with everyone, but I'm putting it out there because when people are ready for this information, they'll run across it, they'll stumble across it, and it will help them, to the next level, to the next step, to the next video, or whatever the case may be. So that's what I want to say first and foremost. In the video that I did yesterday, it was trying to give you, I was trying to tie in some of the excerpts that the Bible has put out there for our understanding, our interpretation. But the element that is needed for interpretation, for the correct interpretation, was left out. So it was like they could not say some of the things, but the things that was needed for what they did reveal to us to make sense, those things were left out of the Bible. And it takes a person that is deep within a sense of spirituality to decode it. This is why you have videos and movies like Da Vinci Code. You have the Never Ending Stories. You have all of these people that realize that the masses would not be receptive to the information, so they put it in films, they put it in different documentaries and all of these things, hoping that a light bulb will come on at some level for those, who are seeking out of the circumference, because they can't really come out blatantly and say, okay, well, this is what it is, because it would not be well received. So you have movies like The Avatar, you have movies like Da Vinci Code, you have movies like The Matrix, and all of these different movies that is they're trying to give you an insight of what really the truth really is. But it's cinema, and a lot of people put fiction, associate fiction to cinema, or loosely based on a true story or different things of that nature. They don't take it for a value that will get you to the next level of absolute truth. So a person would say, well, Patrice, what is absolute truth? Well, absolute truth is that truth that's within you, that once you get rid of the dogma and everything that has cultivated your sense of understanding, that was not initiated by you. The difference is, it's that it's what you've been told, or what comes from you. So what comes from you is more of an absolute truth, and what you've been told to believe is a relative truth. And the reason why it's a relative truth, because you were told this is not something that you pulled up out from within yourself, that you made a decision on because it was from within you. You were told and taught to believe it. So, and because you were told and taught to believe it, and you took it and said, okay, well, it got to be true because everybody else is saying it, everybody else is doing it. Now that's your relative truth and your relative reality. So now your experiences and what you create is going to be based off of that relative truth and that relative reality, right? So that's the difference between absolute truth and relative truth. The absolute truth comes from within you. Nobody told you nothing. It's something that has been cultivated within yourself, energetically, vibrationally, spiritually. Nobody was in your ear. And you just know within, even if somebody came to you and said something completely opposite of that, there's something that is within you is saying to you that that's not correct. That's absolute truth, right? So when you start listening to your absolute truth, it brings you closer to source, and we call source God, right? So the video that I was talking about yesterday, in terms of, in the beginning, God spoke. Okay, so when God spoke, that was the manifestation. When he spoke about the trees, when he spoke, when he created earth and everything, those were words that came from darkness that manifested as a result of him speaking God speaking those words, or source energy speaking those words, right? So when the power of that energy, right? The power of that energy is so powerful that, people, there are some people that knows the power that is within those words, and the source that it came that it came from, right? So if a person, if God was able to be, as source energy is to allude that it's from the dark, and he was able to speak the words, and it manifested instantaneously it manifested, right? As he spoke, it was, right? So where is the true power? Light came after darkness, and it's in the Bible that's the order of which it came, and they put that in there. Surprisingly, they put that in there. So what that is saying, in essence, is that the power is not in the light, because light came after darkness. The power is source, and source is darkness. And if you're closer to the darkness in terms of source energy, then just like when God spoke and said, let there be light, and it instantaneously appeared, then you'll be able to manifest in that same respect. Because now you're not looking at byproducts of energy to give you the result that you want. You're actually going to the source of energy to give you what you want. The diversion is that they teach us to go to the light and stay away from the darkness, because the real true value is that darkness is the power. That is the power. Whether y'all want to say, oh, that's evil, or whatever the case may be, I mean, that's up to you. I'm not evil. You know what I'm saying? I understand that evil, the true epitome of evil doesn't exist, because there is no evil. See, I understand these things. So it's not for me to really get into no debate with anybody about it, because if a person speak, I understand where they are. And it's not for me to say, you're wrong or anything like that. I just understand it is what it is to you until it's something different, right? So the thing of it is that when you start to really truly understand and be able to break things down and listen to your absolute truth within, not the truth that you've been told, that has been played over and over redundantly, so because they know that repetition is what create change. That's why they give you visual and they constantly inundate you with the same thing all the time. They know that once they get it and the brain says, okay, I accept it for that, and then that's what it's going to be, and then you're brainwashed. You're basically in that control of that ideal. So but when you start to seek out that and you start learning what the absolute truth of you is saying to you, it sheds a different light, and you have that peace and you have that patience and you have that understanding, because you just know. You just know. When a person say, I don't know how I know, I just know, that's absolute truth. They just know. It's not something that somebody tell them, or anything. It's they just know. So that's the thing. One of the things that when people realize this energy and how this energy that you can speak and manifest, if you tap into the right source of energy to create those manifestations, this is why you got a multitude of variations of different things energetically. And it really is to keep you confused. It really is to keep it in a sense of chaos. It really is to do all of those things. So when you got all these people that has a belief systems and so many different things, then this is where the school of learning, the university of learning, comes into part, where people are now having to have these experiences because of their belief. It's only simply you're having these experiences because of the belief systems that you have accepted within yourself. It really is that simple. It's what you believe as to why you're having these experiences. And a lot of people, based off of how they're internalizing and understanding things, it's going to gear and be the driving force of what they decide to tap into. People that know where the true power lies is not going to tell you where the true power lies, because then everybody will be powerful. But everybody is powerful. We're just not in the mindset to understand how we're powerful and why we're powerful, because we've been directed in a different direction that takes us away from our true powers. And that's just the nature of the beast. So when you find out what your true powers are, and when you start understanding, you start realizing that even some of the things that you dabble into, people dabble into many, many different things. And let me tell you guys something. There is, we have a sense of being able to understand as much as we allow ourselves to understand. But I will say that infinity is just that. There are so much that is out there now, manifested, that is out there, infinitely so, that each little intricate thing that you are a part of is just a part of your journey until you get back to the understanding of source. So you're going to have many different variations of people practicing different things, understanding different things, because these are things that has been manifested out there for the distraction. The people that actually know where to pull that source energy from, where they can just speak it and it manifests, you're pulling it out of the darkness. And see, this is the thing. They gave us a little bit, but I want to give you an idea of how powerful it is. When you pray, you close your eyes, right? When you're praying to God and you close your eyes, you see darkness, right? When the child is born, they're born out of the darkness of the womb into the manifested light, right? That's that's another sign to us for us to realize where source energy really truly lies. When we speak in terms of, when people put in song, I go into the closet, you're going into a dark closet because you want to have that one-on-one conversation with God. God is darkness, God is source energy. So there are so many things that are out there, that are clues that are out there, that we just kind of like, it's oblivious in a sense, because we don't make that connection, because the mass of what we've been taught has deflected us from that connection, because we don't connect with God because we think that God is outside of us, but really and truly God is within. God is us. You know what I'm saying? We are the manifestation from that. So, the idea is to understand the original intent, the place of origin, and then you'll realize, where the most power really truly lies. We've been taught that darkness is bad, darkness is evil. People that even have melanated skin, if you don't understand the melanin in your skin, in terms of the dark aspect of it, to tell you why we are the chosen people, that's a whole nother video in itself for me to break down that aspect of it. And the beautiful thing that I like about my learning and what I'm coming to engage in is that it's pure love. It is pure, sheer love. It doesn't have any evil intentions or anything of that nature. It's just because it's not evil. It's just not evil. Your perception of it is evil because you've been told that it was evil. But if you listen to the self within yourself, then you'll realize the truth of what it really truly is. And if you really take what I'm saying to you and you really listen to it, not hear it, but listen to it, you'll find that if it makes you question it, then that you should question. You should question. They tell you not to question stuff, and you're not supposed to question God and this and that or whatever. That's craziness. That's craziness. That's not I don't know how to even explain it. That's just not cool, But, as I say, to each their own, because I respectfully respect everyone's place in their immediate journey and how they understand things. It's so interesting. I've been getting people that sending me things about God and, religion and all this other kind of stuff. And people sending me to groups thinking that I need, the healing and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm going to say thank you. I thank you for that. I'm fully aware of that. And I think that's why, this incarnation did put me in, a Christian home, a true religious based home, because that information is what I needed in order to teach what I'm teaching now. So as I said, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful experience. It's only evil if your intentions make it evil. You have to realize that it's all about your intentions and what it is within you, the energy that you're going to utilize to facilitate certain things. So if you yourself is of good and is of kind, and even if you try to practice something that you may perceive that is negative or evil in its intention, if you don't have no evil intentions, it's not going to come out the way that a person that has a negative intention. It's not going to come out, because your intentions, the energy that carries your intentions, is not that of a lower deity or a lower level of energy, right? It's not there, so it's like, I don't get people in terms of like, how they perceive things. If you're not that way, then even if you try to do something, if that's not your energy, that's not who you are, it's not going to manifest in the way that other people manifest things with their energies, right? Because it's all about who you are, your intentions, your energies, what you're capable of in terms within yourself, your intentions, right? So, it kind of like baffles me in a lot, for people to really like think that I need God. I have God. God is within me. God is the one that's letting me, my higher self is the one that's letting me know these things. right? So, it's a beautiful thing. And I appreciate the care, the love, and the concern behind it, but I'm okay. I'm okay. And you're okay too. The thing of it is that these teachings, you got a plethora of videos that are out there, books and all of these things where people are now trying to capitalize off of this information and everything, and that's fine, that's grand. But you're going to gravitate to what you need to gravitate, that has been designed and contoured for your journey. I'm just here for the people that's at this level of the game, whatever the level there is, because there is an infinite amount of levels that one can achieve. So it's not like it's right or wrong. It just is. Wherever you are, it just is. And the beauty about, these teachings and different things of that nature, I mean, I can instantly, where I'm at right now, and I listen to videos and I listen to people, and I, just pick up on certain things, I pick up on the intention, the good in the situation, what the person is trying to do. And I have compassion when I hear an energy, or I feel an energy where, even though they're trying to be of service, you can still feel where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Energetically. So I get it. I'm not, trying to sway anyone left or right. For whatever, whenever, however this information is, it's for you. If it's not for you, then it's fine. Everything is fine, because I understand that so much has been manifested out there. So much has been manifested. It's hard. Like, you don't know. Sometimes you don't know what to believe anymore. It's like so much crap is like coming at you left, right, front, and center. But you have to stop, and you just have to hone into yourself in meditation. Hear the energy, the God energy within you. Most time it's like a and even when I do that, that just brings such like a peace. I can feel the vibration, and it brings such a peace. And then you tap into this within yourself. The answer lies within you. And when I start getting a grip of that, it just made all the difference in the world. So I'm going to end here. This is just another little bit, a piece of where I'm going with the in the beginning, the Genesis, the in the beginning, God created, heaven and earth, and he spoke the words, let there be light. All of those things that he spoke are manifestations, and those manifestations came from out of darkness. So I'm going to build off of this, because I think that people need to really get a second opinion for what we've been taught, to understand. And it is what it is. Wherever you are, it is what it is. It just is. There's no right, there's no wrong. It just is. Okay? So peace and love. I love you guys. And it's a beautiful day in Zamunda. If you like this video, please like it. If you like the content that I'm actually putting out there, please subscribe to the channel. And if you feel that this information is, somebody else needs to hear this information for their own spiritual growth, please care to share. And most importantly, please comment. Each one teach one. We're here to learn, and put your experiences out there, because you never know where it may help somebody else on their journey. So with that being said, peace and love, everybody, and I should commence to talking with you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.